Hey, welcome to 1.99 Blind. I'm the Undercover Ninja Turtle, and I am brand new to the Mortal Kombat series. So I wanted to take a minute and just explain what I've been doing as a new player on Mortal Kombat 1. So there's of course a tutorial, which I've gone through, although I have not finished the combo pieces just because I haven't figured out the combos yet. I'm not as great at that yet. I'll go back to those once I start to get more into my groove and start to become more advanced with some things. There's also the practice mode. Now, this is really good if you just want to practice different moves, your timing. That's something I actually really struggle with is my timing, as far as how quickly or how slow you gotta press the buttons to do a move. That is something I struggle with, but I don't actually use practice. And the reason I don't use practice is because I find it better for me to be in the midst of a fight in order to learn. So I instead use invasions as my learning space. So when I start a new character, I don't look at the moves first. I find when I start looking at moves, I start to overthink it, and my rhythm when pressing the buttons to do a move is too fast. Whereas when I do something naturally, I am a bit more rhythmic with it. So I try to do things naturally the first couple times, see if I can learn any moves just from being in a fight and pressing different buttons to see what works. Sometimes I find different moves that way, sometimes I struggle, it depends on the character. So let's do invasions with a brand new character. I'm gonna play Tanya. I haven't played her yet, but I did do her skill points in that. So let's see what happens.
Fight!
Alright. I don't want your water banging, man. Stop with your water banging. I don't want it. Well, that was a cool move. I don't know why I get there, though. A lot of times I'll do moves and I don't even remember why I get. Again, I don't remember why I get there, but I get something. Again, I have not looked at any of the moves, so I'm just kind of doing different combos to see what works. I don't know what his finish is yet, or her finish is yet. Alright, that wasn't too bad for someone who hasn't looked at the moves yet. Not too shabby. So, I'll show you guys how I do, once I do look at moves, how I go about that.
Move list.
So when I
Basic attack.
do start to
Close
look at
list.
moves,
Square
I don't
button.
sit here and
Damage.
memorize moves.
20.00.
At least not in the beginning of a character. I don't have the mental space for that. I also have ADHD, so like it's just not gonna stick. Instead, I look to see if I find any patterns. So I'm not gonna use my screen reader because it'll take
Close
too
list.
long.
Square
But I can
Damage.
kind of
20.00.
I can kind of see that there's a
Sideline.
lot of square and X moves and some triangle moves, and L1,
Special
and then
move.
special
Heavenly hand.
moves, couple square, a lot of the trigger moves, and some
Circle
triangle.
Plus R1
So
button.
I use
Damage.
that. I just establish some
350.00.
different
Mid.
patterns. That limits it some. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of moves, but it does limit some. Like, I can tell, okay, well, I don't really have to worry about the circle for this character. And I might pick one or two moves to, like,
Air.
practice on first.
Down direct.
So let's...
Air. Heaven.
let's do...
Heavenly hand. Down directional button. Right directional button.
Alright.
Square button. Plus R1 button. Damage. 90.00. Mid.
Alright.
Air.
And
Divine
then...
protection. Down directional button. Left directional button. L1 button. Damage. Not applicable. Not applicable.
Alright. So again, I just look to patterns. I might pick 1 or 2 moves to see if I can, but I try not to like overly focus. Again, I don't use the moves that force because when I do use moves, or when I look at the move list, I overthink it and I start going too fast with the rhythm of pressing the buttons to do a move, and so then it doesn't work, and then I get frustrated. I tend to save this for later, and I tend to go sit here and like try to memorize several of the moves at once. I kind of take it in stages. But let's see what happens now. Well, that wasn't a good start. I'm not good at it though. As you can probably tell. As I said, after I look at the moves list, I don't tend to do as well. Ooh. Nah, yeah. Oh, there we go. Ow. Alright, so not my best. But again, I'm kind of starting to overthink it right now. Oh, I don't know why I get that, but that was cool.
Finish him.
Alright. Oh, shit. I was going to try and do the finish, but oops. My bad. Anyway, guys, that's how I start to learn new characters and different moves. Obviously, as I get to know a character more and more, I'll start looking at the move list more and more. But again, I really learn better by just naturally learning moves instead of trying to memorize the move list, because as you saw, I was overthinking it and I wasn't doing as well, whereas the first time I actually did get to do a little bit of some moves. I mean, I still won, but it wasn't as cool. So that's how I've been approaching Mortal Kombat 1 so far. I hope this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments how you've been learning Mortal Kombat 1. And if you guys are more into Mortal Kombat series, let me know if you guys have any tips. Thanks for watching.